What's going on, y'all? Back at it again. I gotta talk about something, right? I gotta talk about what I learned from being a server. And for this, I'm gonna probably make this into multiple parts. But for this one, I'm gonna just talk straight from the dome and speak on some of the lessons that I learned and just how serving changed my perspective on life and what it taught me about myself, right? So, the first thing that serving taught me is how to be patient. So a lot of times when you're a server, it's not us bringing the customers in, it's the customers bringing themselves in, right? So let's say it's Monday, people getting off work kind of late, and we got to be there at, let's say 4, for example. Sometimes I would be in there waiting for 2 hours for my first table. And sometimes I'll be ready to leave, and sometimes I would leave. Back in the days, if I felt like it was too slow, if I wasn't really patient enough, if I didn't have that patience, I would ask to go home early. And a lot of times when I would leave early, the next day I would come back and I would hear them say, dude, you left. And as soon as you left, everybody came in. It got so busy, this and that. So after a while, I stopped doing that. And I just started to just wait it out. Because some days I would wait until 7:30 after being there for 2.5 hours, 3 hours. And then we would leave at 9, right? And sometimes we would get cut at like 8:30. So I'm really only making money for an hour and a half, 2 hours. But I would still leave with $200 sometimes, or $250 sometimes, or sometimes somebody would come in and bless me with $100, one table, right? But it was all because I had the patience to wait. I waited, I sat there and I waited, right? That's what we have to do in life. We have to wait sometimes. Sometimes things don't look how we want it to. Sometimes things aren't happening how we want it to. Sometimes the customers of life aren't coming how we want it to. And the customers of life can be related to getting a job when we want it, this money coming in when we want it, opportunities coming in when we want it, things changing. It can be anything, right? But we have to learn how to be patient. We have to know the season that we're in. Those few hours I was waiting, that was the season of patience, having faith, and the seasons that I got blessed was when after waiting, you get blessed. After you wait, people come in, you get busy, your section gets full, and you get $50 from this table, 25, 25, 50. That's 150, right? 3 hours, 2 hours, done. So patience is one thing that I really, really, really learned from being a server. Another thing that I learned is how to remain calm through any situation. My first day being on the floor after getting done training at my most recent serving job, I poured water on a customer by accident. I was reaching over the table, and when I put it down, I think there was a fork under where I was placing it under the napkin, and it tipped over and fell on the boy. The dad had the best reaction. He was like, "Oh, it's all good, man." I was like, "I'm so sorry." I was feeling bad. He was like, "Oh, it's all good, man. We didn't even like those cups anyway." I went ahead and helped him get cleaned up. I got him a towel real quick, wiped it up and stuff like that. It was cool. I brought him another water. Everything was cool. Excuse me. But a lot of times in the beginning, I would hold on to those experiences, things where I would feel bad, things where I would feel guilty, accidents that I would do, mistakes that I would make. Even when the customer would take it cool and take it easy and be like, "Dude, you're good, it's okay, it's no problem, I swear it's okay," I would still be holding on to it, and it would take me off my track, take me off my game, take me out of my flow, because I couldn't keep it pushing and just keep it moving. I was keeping it moving physically, but mentally I was still stuck. And I didn't want to let go, and I was just feeling still bad, and I didn't forgive myself. They already forgave me. They was already over it. It was already in the past. But for me, I was still holding on to it. Still kept replaying it. So after going through that multiple times, I learned how to just stay calm and stay smooth through every situation. Any mistake I would make, spilling some teas, tipping a tray over, you know, dropping some food, I would just get right to it. Clean it up immediately. Know I got to replace what I dropped. Talk to the manager, apologize to the customers, go ahead and get that speedy reaction and let them see I made my mistake, but I'm acting immediately and I want to get it right and I want to get y'all right. One day I was cleaning the dishes off of a table and I put a little ketchup, a little ramekin on the tray that I was holding, but it fell off and it fell down and it splattered all over this big table that was behind me. One of my coworkers, they had a party behind me and it got on like 5 people. And I was feeling so bad. I was just like, for real. I was holding the tray. I was like, on the inside. But on the outside, I was like, yo, I acted quick, put it down, put the tray down, go ahead and grab napkins, started wiping the shirt off, wiping it off the shirts of the customers. Cause you know, I had to show like, dude, this was an accident, but I'm here to help. I didn't mean to do this, but it's not like I just don't give a crap. I gotta help, you know, I'm gonna help you or just here. You can do it yourself, whatever you need. I'll get some club soda, I'll get some whatever so y'all can get this stuff cleaned up. I was apologizing. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. But here, I'm bringing the napkins, I'm bringing the towels, I'm getting this, I'm getting that so y'all can be straight. And so y'all see that I care. I'm acting fast so y'all see that this was an accident and I'm here to restore the balance, right? So, and I would have felt a little bit worse if it was my table, but they was laughing about it and they was saying, you know, hey, you brought some joy to our night and this made our night and it was funny. And some of the customers I had served them before, so we was already a little bit acquainted and it was just cool. Smooth experience, no problem. But remaining calm through any season, through all the pressure, whether I have 7 tables, whether I have 3 big tables, bouncing around, I'm tired, my feet is hurting, I gotta do something. Man, remaining calm through every situation. That's what it taught me for sure. And another thing that I started to incorporate to help that calmness was doing something uncomfortable before I went into work. Whether it was exercising, whether it was doing 100 squats real quick, back to back to back, so I can just go ahead and feel that pain in my legs. And, you know, having the soreness in my legs, having to walk on the shift, I would be focusing on that pain and that soreness in my legs, and I'll be like, yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm proud of myself. I put this work in. I pushed myself, and it would keep me grounded and present because I keep feeling this pain in my legs while I'm keep moving around, but I'm also talking to the customers, still serving them, still taking care of them. So it was something that kept me present within me. Another thing I did was taking cold plunges, cold baths, cold showers. Yeah, getting in the pool when it's freezing cold, wintertime, for 2 minutes. Kept doing it consistently. Some days I'll be in there for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, but that was something that really regulated my nervous system and helped me just breathe and not focus on anything else. Anything I was thinking about, not even focus on the shift. When I was inside of the water, I was completely inside of the water, one with the water, completely focused. And doing that before the shift, it was something that brought a lot of stress to my nervous system and shocked my nervous system so much that when I went into work, there was nothing else that was going to get me to that level. So I'm already up here from the water. So when I go to work, it's just cool. Nothing else is stressing me out like that. Nothing else is making my heart rate like that and forcing me to really breathe like that so deeply and shocking me, and I'm feeling it all in my toes and my body and my every single pore. Nothing like that would get me like that at work. So that would help me because it would settle me. It would bring me to that peaceful, calm state, and I would be good for the rest of the day. So whatever other challenge I face, whatever customer I face, anything that happened, any level of busyness, any level of overwhelm, it was never more than I could handle because I had already handled and I already brought myself to that point earlier, right? So that was something that helped me remain calm. And still to this day, if I don't do something that really pushes myself or take me to that level where I'm not comfortable, but I have to breathe and center myself and get comfortable, I'll be feeling out of alignment. I'll be feeling off, be feeling itchy, like, dude, I have to do something. If I just been on my phone sitting down all day, scrolling, not really putting anything good in my head, not really doing anything productive, I feel bad. I feel like, ugh, come on, man. I just be feeling like I need something. But if I do those things, do that uncomfortable thing, I feel calm. I feel proud of myself. I feel relaxed. I feel at ease because I already gave myself what I need. So, another thing that I learned from being a server is the power of smiling, right? The power of smiling, showing up to the table with a smile. Hey, y'all, how y'all doing? I'm Aaron. I'm going to be taking care of y'all this evening. Da-da-da-da-da. Or how y'all day been? It's just coming up with something like, what y'all been up to? What's good with y'all? You know, just not doing the same monotonous thing every time. Hey, like, I would observe a lot of the servers that I work with, and a lot of them I would hear, and I'm like, dude, and they'll be wondering about their tips. Like, what? They gave me this? They didn't even give me 20%. Dude, no, I never had that problem because I always came with that vibe. Some tables I would come to smiling with that good vibe, and they could just tell I love my job. And they would tell me, yo, well, we already knew once you came to the table, we were already going to tip you good just by how you started, just by how you came and approached us with that smile. We can tell you love your job. We can tell this and that. You have to come with that. You have to smile, right? And relating that to life, you have to smile in life, even if you're feeling bad, even if you're feeling off or feeling some type of way, smiling just for 20 minutes. Ooh, hold up. 20 minutes, that's a long time. But if you do it for 20 minutes, you really gonna have some good. You're not gonna be sick no more. You're not gonna be feeling bad. But even just doing it for a couple of minutes or for 1 minute, there's no way that when you really do it and you really feel it, you smile, excuse me, there's no way that you can still feel the same way you did before. Unless you really want to and you're using that power of your mind to really stay stuck and feeling in that emotional state, right? So smiling, there's power in smiling. There's power in having that vibe and the way you start, you know? Coming with that vibe, coming with that smile, starting with a smile, starting with a positive attitude and a positive vibe that infects the people, that infects them, it affects them, it influences them. So that's already kickstarting the relationship, the little relationship, the interaction that we're gonna have for this 30 minutes or an hour, however long they be there. They're already feeling good. I know when I go to restaurants, I always feel like, yeah, I love the vibe. I like, because since I was a server, I observed other servers. So I'm already like, yeah, I already like him. I already took him good. I like the way that she smiled. I like the way she was talking to us. You have to start strong, and relating that to life. You got to start strong in anything you do. In the mornings, we have to start strong, right? And our nights the previous night really influences the next morning, the next day. So really, you just got to be starting strong all day, doing your best to start strong, having a good nightly routine, not being on your phone before you go to bed, not being up scrolling. Take some time, put your phone down, read a book, meditate, do some breath work, do something that's gonna relax you, take a nice hot shower, end it with cold water on you, get that balance. Everything's about balance, right? That's gonna kickstart the momentum for the next day, the next morning. You're gonna feel better when you wake up. You're gonna feel more rested. You're gonna feel less tired. You're gonna feel more centered and ready to attack the day. Enjoy the day, however you want to put it. We set the tone with how we start things. So we really start the day with the night. Honestly, I've been doing that. I've been not being on my phone before I go to sleep. And there's a huge difference from not being on my phone an hour or two before I go to sleep, as opposed to being on my phone right before. And just being on my phone, turn it off and trying to go to sleep is different. I wake up feeling different. So being patient, remaining calm through all seasons, and starting strong and smiling. Starting strong, smiling, that's kind of intertwined, but bringing that vibe, that's how we need to do every day. We don't need to just bring this vibe and do these things for our job and not do these things for ourselves. We don't need to have patience with the customers, but not have patience with ourselves. We don't need to remain calm at work, but then be anxious and jittery and stuff like that with ourselves and our own experiences outside of work. No, we gotta, just like we do in our job, and we go hard and we focus and we wake up and we get up on time and we get there on time. All those things, we need to do that for ourselves too. First, really, we need to be doing that for ourselves first, and then let that follow and let that be repeated at work. So be patient with yourself. Do something uncomfortable to push yourself so it can help you remain calm and you can be present and peaceful, knowing I already did something for myself. I already gave myself this today. I already gave myself this today. And smile. Smile and be present and start strong, right? That's what I got for now. These are some, there's a lot of things that I learned. There's a lot of things that I learned, but that's it for now. So, peace.